Oh no, look what happened.
What'd you do?
My slime simulator Gelli Fields has come a long way since I first started work on it, and one of the largest requests that I've gotten is to add tools. Now, tools in games are great. When you work super hard and finally upgrade your tool to a higher level, the satisfaction is amazing. But I noticed a problem that I have with tool systems that I don't want to exist in Gelli Fields. For me, in Minecraft, the wooden pickaxe only exists as a way for me to get to the stone pickaxe. As soon as I get the stone pickaxe, the wooden one gets thrown away. I just can't use a wooden pickaxe when I know that the stone one is just easily obtainable and better. This sends me down a rabbit hole where I essentially race to get the highest tier tool because I feel like not being at the highest rank really is just a waste of time. One of the core aspects I want to have in Gelli Fields is for the game to be laid back and relaxing, and I know if I added tier tools like many other games that this same situation would happen. Might not happen to everyone, but it would happen to me. So I was kind of stuck for a while. I knew that I wanted to have tools in Gelli Fields, but I didn't know how or why they would even be in the game. Obviously, answering the why was pretty simple. An axe would be used for chopping down trees, and a pickaxe would be used for breaking open rocks and ore. But if my tools aren't tiered, what's the difference between a level 5 player and a level 50 player if they both just have the same tools? And then it hit me. Why don't I just have the tools on a cooldown, and whenever you level up, the cooldown gets shorter? You'll have the same exact tools, but you'll just be able to use them more often. Once I came up with this idea, I was like, I'm a genius. This works perfectly. It actually rewards players for leveling up, but it's also not something that you're like, yes, I need this now. This is just something that gradually happens over time, and it's a natural part of the game. I don't know if this ever happens to you guys, but like, I came up with that idea, and I had to immediately go to the game and just start making it. I was so overwhelmingly happy that I finally figured out what I wanted the tools to be in the game, and I just had to start doing it immediately. The first thing that I did was draw two of the basic tools, the axe and the pickaxe. I also drew these little tables that they float above. I actually really enjoy these sprites. I think they turned out really well. I think the green jelly themed handle is also a really cute addition to them. But I have to be honest with you guys, I pretty much just stole the design of these from this concept that I made for Gelli World of different spells in the game that were essentially going to be tools. I had a pickaxe, a shovel, an axe, and a sword. I pretty much just stole these and just drew them a little bit differently. I mean, it works. At least I'm putting those old designs to use. There is something on Steam that I have always wanted, but I have never gotten because I could not convince myself that I truly needed it. And what I'm talking about is Wallpaper Engine. I finally bought Wallpaper Engine and I'm absolutely loving it. I get these cool wallpapers. I have like Christmas and winter themed ones. And also my keyboard supports like being able to be altered by the wallpaper. It's just really cool. I don't know why I never bought it. I just thought it wasn't necessary or it wasn't really needed, but the aesthetic is kind of really awesome and I've been really enjoying it. As I said before, there's things in Gelli Fields that are currently unbreakable. We have these trees. If I click on it, nothing happens. And we have these rocks. Also, if I click on it, nothing happens. Previously, the grass was the same way, but I made it so that if you click it, you actually pull it and get leaves out of it. If you haven't tuned into the streams or been watching my videos lately, this might all be very, very different to you, but I have this sort of plaza area in all of the biomes that have things like the shop, the sell box, and now the tool stands. The tools are really cool. They bob up and down on their stands, and if I hover over them, it actually says the name of the tool. The animation is pretty simple. I just have it move up and down, but there's a little secret that I did here to make it look a little bit better. Over here in Visual Studio, you'll see that when the tool starts up, it sets its speed to be a random range between 0.7 and 1. In order for you to see why this makes a difference, let me remove it and then let's go back into the game. With it removed, you can see they both go up and down at the same exact time, and that doesn't look very natural. It looks a lot better when they're moving at different speeds from one another. If I hold over the tool, I'll actually grab it and you can see that I now am holding on to an axe. If I let go, it doesn't do anything. However, if I let go over a tree, it'll actually chop the tree down. You'll have to ignore there not being any particles for when I cut the tree down. I haven't added that yet. And now that I've done that, you can see that the axe is actually red and I cannot pick it up. Obviously, that's because the axe is on cooldown, and if I wait long enough, the axe will go off cooldown and I'll be able to use it again. Like that. Wow, that was actually really good timing. I can bring it over here and I can cut down this tree. Boom. And now I got sticks, and this time I got a leaf. The pickaxe is very similar, but obviously it doesn't cut down trees, it breaks rocks. So I broke the rock and I got some stone. The way it works is that things like these trees have a collider, and they also have this script called harvest placeable. In this script, it can ask for certain things like is need tool. This obviously needs a tool. And what tool does it need? One, which for this biome is the axe. Whenever you let go with a tool, it checks the things in a little area around it, and if it has that harvest placeable script, it checks to see if the tool that it is the tool that that placeable needs, and if that's correct, then obviously you can cut it down and harvest it. Over here in my biome data, I have things like the tool timer base and the biome tool level. The tool timer base is the default cooldown for each of the tools, and the biome tool level is how much is taken off of that cooldown every time you level up. So the axe has a timer of 85, and every time you level up, it takes 5 off of that timer. The really cool thing about this system is that every single biome can have its own unique set of tools. A lot of times biomes will have the same tools, but they might have different cooldowns because that tool might be more or less important in that biome. Really cool example of this is the Rocky Retreat biome, which has a pickaxe. You can use it, obviously, to break open rocks, but you can also use it to chop down the Ignala trees, which are technically made out of rock. A thing that I never really talk about is sound effects, and these guys have some pretty fun sound effects to go with them. So when I grab the axe and chop down a tree, you can hear like a chop and a little bit of falling over from the tree. And with the pickaxe, you can hear the rock like smashing. I actually showed off a very early version of the tools while streaming. And can I just say that I love streaming? I'm streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. CST. I hope to see you there, and after this video goes out, there will be a live stream today. I also would like to thank my members who make every single video on this channel possible. If you want a bunch of cool perks like seeing my devlogs early and exclusive devlogs and behind the scenes stuff, check out that join button or the link in the description.